Hello everyone, welcome back. So as promised, I will continue my Linux tutorial. So first and foremost, I will discuss um, all about Linux file systems and compare it to Windows. Then some basic commands on Linux. Okay. Okay, so Linux file systems. Just say Linux file systems like a closet, just like this one. Just like this one. Um, you put things according to their place. Like put all your long sleeves here. You put your shoes down. So a file systems just like that. You put command files on a different folder. You put the peripherals, the hardwares on a different folder, and you put the applications or programs on a different folder. So it will be easier for the OS, for the operating system to access the file. So see, OS store data on disk drives using structured called file system. So it consists of files, directories, and information. So Linux and Windows has different file system types. So Linux has extension 3, extension 4, and XFS, while Windows has NTFS and FAT. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Okay, so this is a CentOS 7 file system hierarchy. So these are different directories which we can find on CentOS, on Linux CentOS 7. This is the root directory, wherein root directory consists of all these subdirectories inside. We have the boot, etc, proc, and dev. So I'll show it on our VM. So you can see here, here are the different subdirectories. So each subdirectory has its own function and its own functionality. And to compare this with Windows, as I know most of you are familiar with Windows. So the root directory, the / is the C. Okay, it's the C. The root directory in Linux is the C in Windows, and all you can see here are subdirectories of the operating system, which is the same as here in Linux. So, for example, the program files. This is where the installed applications are stored. The Google Chrome, your antivirus, and any applications you have installed. Your games are stored here. We have here Intel and other stuff. So it's the same. It's basically the same as Linux. File systems are stored in different folders based on their functions. Okay, so to discuss more about this, okay. Okay, so here are the different functions of each subdirectories. So I'll just show you the basic command first. Anyway, I will discuss more about this. So cd is to change directory. We'll just go to the root directory. So to check which directory we are in, just type in pwd. So it says here, the / as you can see. So we can also check what user we are in, what account we are using. So who am I? Let's see, we are using root, because we changed from JD Nabung to root earlier. Let's just clear this one. So cd, let's go to root. So when we type ls-r, this is to list all the directories inside the root. So you see, there are the file system. So on the root directory, we can find all these subdirectories inside, which is the file systems for the Linux OS. So in boot, we can find the bootloader files, kernel, initrd, and grub. These are the files that boots the operating system. Okay, so we have the etc, which stands for edit to configure. So most of the files inside etc are configuration files that are required by the programs. Okay, let's just take a look at etc. So cd, etc, and ls-ltr. So these are the files inside our etc. So you should only touch these files if you know more about advanced configurations in Linux, because it might ruin your system. So let's just cd, let's go back to the root directory, or we'll just cd dot to move backward to one directory. So pwd ew. Okay, so we're now back to ls-l. Okay, so etc the configuration files, the /proc, these are running processes inside, only access in memory, so this is stored on the RAM, on the physical memory. /dev, /dev or system devices, these are the hardware peripherals, the USB, the network devices, the speakers are stored in this folder. Next, /home. So home, /home is where the user directories are stored. Let's check cd home. So ls-l. So you can see JD Nabong is stored here, since we created the JD Nabong user when we installed the OS. Okay. So by the way, anyway, the next we're going to discuss the /root. cd/root is different from this one. Okay, because the /root is the home directory of the user root, while the cd root is the main directory for the file systems. So cd/root is just the home directory of the root user. Okay, sorry about that. So let's just clear this one. Next, ls-l, cd forward, ls-l. Next is the var, cd var. So var consists of systems logs. All logs are stored here, the OS logs and everything, so you can find any logs in this folder, ls-l. So there are different files inside. You have the main log, opt, spool, games, etc. Okay, cd ls-ltr. Next is the user. As you can see here, users users consist of two, the /bin and sbin. So /bin is a binary executable which in the Linux user commands are stored, while sbin is where the file system application are stored. Okay, next we have the /lib, contains libraries for binaries or C programming lib files. Next is the slash run. This is where temporary run files are stored, like the PID files. Next is the TMP slash TMP. So this is a directory which contains temporary files created by the system. So all temporary files are stored here, and it will be erased by the system afterwards. Okay, so slash MNT, this is where we mount external file systems. Example, when we connect the USB, we can mount the USB here. As I have discussed earlier, the slash debs just records the hardware which is connected to your OS, and if you want to use that hardware, you can mount it on the slash MNT or on the slash media. This is for the CD-ROM. There are commands that we use to mount these certain devices to the specific directory. Okay, next is OPT. So you can put here additional software programs that you want to install. Okay, CD slash OPT. Let's see. So it's empty. It's empty because we didn't install additional sub applications. Okay, so I think that's it for Linux file systems. Anyway, we're going to discuss more and more. We'll be digging deeper into Linux file systems as we move on to our next chapters and incoming discussions. Okay, so that's it for today's video, the Linux file system. Hopefully was able to give you additional information on the Linux file systems. As I know most of you are Windows users, so hopefully I was able to explain something. Anyway, I'll upload another video, so we'll tackle more on the basic configuration and slowly but surely to advanced commands. Okay, thank you. See you in our next video. And by the way, please like and subscribe and comment for any suggestions. Thank you.